Hi, and welcome to your incredible transformation. My name is Sandy, and I'd like to ask you, would you like to be a part of one of the biggest revolutions that has ever happened on this planet? Well, did you know that scientists can now accurately measure how long you're going to live by measuring what's called your telomeres? Well, how can they do that? What is a telomere? In case you haven't seen any of my previous videos, here it is. Okay, this is a chromosome. All right. Now, inside the chromosomes are what called bases. That's how chromosomes are measured. Now, chromosomes are inside our DNA, which are inside our cells. Now, every single chromosome is about 100 million bases long. On the end of the chromosome are these little yellow things, and they're called telomeres. Now, what telomeres do is they protect our cells. Now, when we're born, we have about 10,000 telomeres. And when we begin to die of old age, we have about 5,000 telomeres. So we lose about 50 to 100 bases every single year. So depending on how many bases we have when scientists measure the telomeres will determine how long you're going to live. So why do we lose bases on the end of our telomeres? Well, there's a few reasons. One of them is our lifestyle. If we have stress, if we're obese, if we have any kind of lifestyle issues, we eat improperly, we put a lot of toxins, we smoke, we drink, that causes free radicals, and they attach to our telomeres and they fall off. Now you can change this, right? You can eat better, you can quit your stressful job, you can meditate, you can pray, you can do those kind of things, and that will help reduce oxidative stress, which will not shorten your telomeres as much. But there's one thing you can't do anything about. I don't care what you do. I don't care how much you change your lifestyle. You can't do anything about it. And that is called normal telomere shortening. And normal telomere shortening happens because every time your cell replicates, one of those bases falls off the end of your telomere. You can't do anything about it. I don't care if you go hang upside down in a tree that's supposed to have all kinds of medicinal purposes. You can't do anything about this. But science does know right now what we can do, and we have some solutions. And they figured out, okay, well, when you are born, you should be as old as your parents, or even older, because you get your reproductive cells from your parents who got them from your grandparents, and blah, 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 on and on and on and on. So your reproductive cells should be completely worn out, but they're not. They're very young. So why is this? Well, that's because we have in our reproductive cells what's called a telomerase enzyme. And this telomerase enzyme activates what's called a telomerase gene. When this gene is activated, every time your cell reproduces, the telomerase puts that base back on the end of your telomere. So therefore, your cell never ages and you never age. Why doesn't this work in our other cells? Well, here's why. All right, right here we have the telomerase gene, and it would work properly. It's in our cells, but there's no telomerase in our other cells. And the reason why is because there's a repressor element in our other cells that's stopping this from happening. Now, if we could knock that repressor element off, then the telomerase would flow, and every single time that our cells replicate, the telomerase would put another base back on the end of our cell, and our cells wouldn't age as quickly. Now, there is a system, and there is only one system out there that helps protect your DNA so that you can live longer, healthier life as you get older. The system also helps with stress. It helps improve your diet, and it also helps get rid of the toxins in your body. So if you want to know what this system is, what you need to do is you need to download my free ebook called 4 Keys to Better Living that's in the link in this post. And if you got any value from this post, please let me know by commenting, liking, sharing. Let people know, because this could be the biggest revolution to ever happen on this planet.